Hi, ladies. Welcome to our call. I'm so excited. We're back to our team calls. So I saw this topic come up in the leaders page, and I felt like this is the absolute perfect topic to talk about coming back to doing team calls because it's kind of the reason we stopped doing team calls for a while. So I thought this would be the perfect thing to talk about, getting back into it. Hey, Brittany. So I am recording this so we can share it with the rest of the team. I know 5:30 is a hard time to get on Pacific time for those who work. So let me start sharing my screen. Where is my, okay, share my desktop. Okay, can you guys see these? Yes, okay. So we are talking about stop collecting information and start building, okay? So there's different steps to your business that we get stuck in, steps that we go through in our business, and this is all about how to get unstuck and move out of the knowledge stage of your business. So we're gonna go over each stage that this is, and then we're gonna go over action steps of how to actually do the business building activities for your business to grow, okay? So I put a quote at the bottom. It says, only put off until tomorrow what you are willing to die left undone. And I think that's perfect. So, you know, sticking with the business building activities and making sure we do those every day. I know that our livelihood depends on my income with Beachbody. So I am unwilling to leave stuff left undone to the next day that are business building activities because they need to happen. Okay, the stages of your business. So this is a stage that majority of people get stuck in their business, and it's so easy to get stuck in this stage because when you're starting something new, or maybe you feel like you don't know enough about the business, you get stuck in learning, training, and just obtaining knowledge in the business, in MLM, in building a business online, in Beachbody in general. So knowledge that you're gaining knowledge from team calls, new coach trainings, the champions page trainings, YouTube, or the back office. So what I wrote here is it's time to untrain your brain. You can literally overtrain yourself in how to grow a business like this. It's so easy because we want to know everything there is to know before we feel like we can get started. And you waste time in this phase. If you have been a coach longer than 24 hours, acquiring new training should only be extra after business building activities are accomplished for the day, okay? And this next slide we'll go into why that is. So most people are more scared of success than they are of failure. You don't think that, but it's very true. We get stuck in the knowledge phase because we're like, oh, I need to learn more, I need to learn more. You're afraid to do the business building activities because that means you're putting in the work, right? So you're almost scared of the success because you know that's gonna bring on new things into your business. So most people are more scared of success than failure. So they stay in the knowledge phase to feel busy and productive. So it's easy to spend a day saying, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. I worked my business all day. But what were you really doing? You were acquiring, and you guys, I get sucked into this all the time, even with podcasts or watching stuff on the champions page. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening to everyone else building their business and I'm not building my own business, doing the important things, okay? So too much training is counterproductive to you building your business. Okay, at the bottom it says, let's get real. How much of your work hours are you spending trying to acquire more knowledge or watching other coaches build their business? That's watching other coaches' stories. Even mine, you guys, you don't have to watch my stories or pay attention to what I'm doing all the time either. And I want you to write down how much time, be honest, like it says, let's get real. How much time do you think you are spending watching other coaches build their business or trying to acquire more knowledge for your business? Write it down. And what else I want you to write down is how many hours a day do you work your Beachbody business? Because I want you to have work hours, okay? Your work hours might change day to day if you have a full-time job. Even for me today, I haven't even started Beachbody work. I did a few things with the team page, but I haven't done any of my business building activities yet just because I was at the kids' school majority of the day. And that's fine, but I want you to have a set amount of hours that you promised yourself daily you are going to work your business. So write down your set hours, and then I want you to be real with yourself how many hours you're spending on the extra stuff like trainings and listening or watching other coaches on YouTube or on Instagram or any of that, okay? Okay, so after the knowledge phase, so if you can move out of the knowledge phase, you're gonna move into the applied knowledge stage, okay? So this is the real start. You might feel like when you started this business, you know, like I said, you're spending up all your time learning, and that's fine. When you're very first new, I want you to go in the team page and do the new coach training. But I will tell you this right now, if you go through the entire new coach training, you have everything you need. You have everything you need to know to start building this business. That's like all the extra stuff I said is extra. If you want to go from there and learning how to build a bigger business on Instagram, whatever it is, that stuff is even in the new coach training. So, you know, don't feel like you are lacking resources, because you literally have everything. And like I said, in that new coach training, it's from all the top coaches. All the best things, the things that they are best at is what I put in there. So you really have all the resources. So applied knowledge is the real start. Taking that training and taking action, inviting to a challenge group or the coaching opportunity, posting here and there on social media, okay? So somebody who is in the applied knowledge stage is somebody who would tell me, if I say, hey, you know, how's it going? What do you need help with? Blah, blah, blah. Are you inviting? This is somebody who would tell me, I talked to a few people, but no one signed up. They're thinking about it. I posted about it once and I had little interest, okay? So this is somebody applying the knowledge here and there. They're dipping their toe in, okay? But this isn't somebody who's fully running their business. And like I said, just like the knowledge stage, you can easily get stuck in this, because putting yourself out there, especially on social media, guys, it's scary. It is. So when you post, you know, one time and there's hardly anyone interested, you're like, oh, I'm not doing that again. Or you invite 5 people and everyone says no, and you're like, okay, nobody on this planet wants to join me. And it's only 5 people, you know what I'm saying? So I get it, it's hard. And that's why it's so easy to get stuck in this phase. A statistic, it takes people an average of 8 to 12 times of hearing or seeing something to buy into it, which is nuts, right? Before I became a coach, I watched my coach for an entire year. God knows how many times I saw her post about Beachbody, about challenge groups, about her going to Summit, about all of this stuff. I'm sure it was more than 12 times. So continue to do what you're doing. I know it's scary to put yourself out there and share your story and share about Beachbody, but it's our job. If you don't take your business serious, neither will your friends, family, or followers. So you must show up. Okay. So applied knowledge still, we're still on this. Let's get real. Are you posting randomly or inviting randomly and just hoping someone signs up? Write on your paper, yes or no. You guys, I fall victim to this all the time. You know, I am not always in, you know, some crazy stage of building my business. Majority of the time I'm in applied knowledge, and, you know, even I can learn from this stuff, okay? All right, execution. I don't know why that word looks weird, like it's spelled wrong. Okay, execution, inviting and following up. Okay, following up is in bold. Not being stopped by no's. It just rolls right off your back. You keep inviting, following up, posting and sharing your life with this business daily, okay? So if you guys have, which I'm sure majority of you have, seen other top coaches' stories on Instagram, you know that they are constantly sharing their life. And guess what? Their life involves Beachbody. That's them waking up. That's them talking about what they're doing for the day. That's them working out. You don't have to say, here I am today, and just like every other day, my entire life revolves around Beachbody, because that would be annoying. And your story doesn't have to be the same every day, but it just shows you're a normal person, and Beachbody is part of that. Your workout is part of that. Eating healthy is part of that. You being on a team call like this is part of that. Whatever it is, okay? So this business is a numbers game. About 10% of the people you talk to will actually sign up. That sounds crazy, right? So if you need 3 a month for Success Club, you need to talk to 30 plus people a month. And some months are going to be different, okay? So there's going to be months where something big comes out, like Ultimate Portion Fix, and you know, you're not going to need to talk to 30 plus people to get 3 a month, but still do it, because then you'll have even more people sign up. Okay, remember, no one just ends up as a 5-star elite coach or earning a substantial income on a whim. I know this, you guys, because I've been a coach for 6 years. I am a 6-star diamond. I've been an elite coach. I earn a substantial income, and it didn't happen just on a whim. I can tell you, my very first 3 years in the business, my whole entire being revolved around Beachbody. It's a little different now. My kids are growing up. I'm involved in their school. I still get to earn that substantial income because I've been doing this business and I put in the time. But if I want to make elite again, if I want to hold that 6-star and go beyond that, you guys, I have to be in it, right? I have to be in execution mode. It's 100% execution. You have all the resources. Like I said, your success will be determined by you being resourceful. Okay, so now that you know you have all those resources, you don't even need to go back to the new coach training. You literally will just need to do the business building activities, and I'll talk about those too. So at the bottom, it says, let's get real. Are you doing the business building activities daily without fail? Write down yes or no. And for me, I can even write down no, because I'm not doing them every day. There's days that I do them really well, and there's days that I don't. And you guys, we're all human. So we can all learn from this. There was another statistic that I think Doug Moss posted about how much time you should be spending in the business building activities and how much time spending on team stuff. And it was crazy. So literally the only rank that they think you should be spending 50-50, like training your team, and then business building activities was 50-50, was a 15-star diamond coach. Everyone else was majority business building activities, okay? So team stuff, trainings, that's all secondary to business building activities. Okay, you can execute starting now and see success. You can literally do this right now, starting today. I know I'm going to get right on this. I'm drinking my pre-workout right now. I'm going to work out directly after this. So here's how. Here are the business building activities to do every day. Show up on social, stories, posts, comment on people's posts. Especially, you guys, if you watch people's stories, respond to them in message. It's so much more personable, and you can create a relationship that way. Engage with people via message and post. Invite via stories. You know, if you do a poll, say, hey, we're doing this Memorial Day makeover. If you've already talked about it, say, hey, it's the last day to sign up. I only have 2 spots left. Message me, or do a poll, do something where they can write to you and you can see. I feel like doing a poll is so great because they know it's anonymous to everyone else. So it's not them commenting on a post where they're like, hey, me, I want info, but only you can see it. So I feel like people are more apt to respond to a poll on your Instagram stories. Right, like I said, right now you should be inviting to our Memorial Day makeover group that starts on Monday. Hold on, let me make sure I have it. Okay, everyone's paused. Shoot, that's in the way. And that's going to be using the Ultimate Portion Fix and the 21-Day Fix Extreme real time. So when people sign up for the Memorial Day makeover group, which starts Monday, they're going to get the Ultimate Portion Fix, and then we're going to show them how to access 21-Day Fix Extreme real time, okay? Follow up. This is the money maker. Every day, follow up with people that you've talked to in the past. You guys, I have lists upon lists upon lists. I go back through my IG messages. The fortune is in the follow-up. Go back to everyone you have talked to about Beachbody and follow up with what the last thing is that you talked about. And what's really great, if you are showing up in your story, I find, like even when I post funny memes in my story and somebody like, does the crying laughing face, their message pops back up and I see that I have sent them a link. I see that we've talked about a challenge group. Then I can be like, you know, respond back like, oh my God, right? So funny. Hey, let me know if you need help with that link. Okay. So that's another great reason to show up in your stories, not always just Beachbody stuff, but stuff that people will engage with, laugh at, and just message you back. Create connections. If you are showing up on social media, this will happen naturally. Same thing. If you're showing up in your story and it's engaging content and it's just you, your everyday life, people are going to reply to that and you will be able to create connections through message. So like I said, I felt like this topic was so important, especially for newer coaches, actually for everyone, because I feel like it's so easy to get stuck in, okay, I'm a Beachbody coach, let me learn what I need to do today. But if you focused on one thing, especially it being the last week of the month, if you just said from today, this moment on, when we get off this call until May 1st, I am strictly going to invite people to the Memorial Day Makeover Group. Even though we're going to start on Monday, you guys, you can still invite people to it. They'll be a few days behind, but it's okay. I find that my people who are a few days behind it's not like they fail, you know, so you can still do this all the way up. And you guys, you will make Success Club. If you focus on this and you go balls to the wall for the next week, you will make Success Club. You will start to earn income. You will get the residuals from people reordering their Shakeology. It's just so important. So you can get into execution mode right away. And that was all I had for my slides. I am going to unmute. Actually, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself, or if you have anything you want to add to this, you can go ahead. I'll just leave it open. Do you guys have anything you want to add or any questions? Anna, what you got?
I can't even hide from you. Hi, everybody. Well, I was really, hi, everybody. I was pumped up. I've been inviting nonstop. I've been really focusing on just working. I don't scroll as much because of the CRM that I use. It's connected to my like page, and I have everybody and anybody that messages me. I hardly use my personal page. I strictly use my like page. So this CRM that I'm using connects to my Facebook like page Messenger. So I don't even have to go into that. So the only time I'm really going on social media is if I'm checking my personal page because I tagged myself in something, or if I'm going on Instagram. So they're slowly integrating Instagram into this thing. But I also, just for the record, I made a booklet out of my tracker, and I use it every day. And my CRM, it goes by percentage. So I tell it all my to-do. So I took everything from my tracker and I put it on my to-do list on my CRM. So it does, okay, so you're at 10%, you're at 15%. So my goal is by midnight, I have till midnight to get as close, if not 100, you know, to get to that point. So that's what I've been doing. So I've really been focusing on that. And my niece just posted, she did her own thing for 34 days. And she lost, I forgot how much weight she lost, but it was a lot. And I've been trying to get her to do this. And I'm like, you're crazy. I can't believe you're home with the baby. You should be doing this. And she just said she's not really motivated to do this. So I asked her, I says, well, I think you're crazy because you have 50 comments on your post. And I don't know what you think is entailed, but exactly what you did is what we do. I would love to just reach out to all those people that are saying, I need your help. She said, go ahead. So I did. So right before this call, I created an invite, and I said, hi, you know, I know this is random, but I'm Brandy's aunt, so that they knew right away who I was. And I just, you know, said a little quick post. And I have to say, my inviting, and you know this, Darby, my biggest problem has always been inviting. Now I just really don't care. I find the simplest way, you know, to just put the invite out there. And, you know, and I say, you know, whether you're in it or not, maybe somebody you know, I do it on my lives. Yesterday I went on my live to talk about my Energize, and I threw in Memorial Day, makeover. And then after I got like 150, 200 reach, I shared it onto my neighborhood pages, so that it's out there. And I'm doing a flea market next weekend, the 4th actually, and I'm really nervous, but I'm going to do it all by myself, but I'm going to do it, and I'm just going to talk to people. I'm not even going to put a lot on my table. I'm just going to put BOD and 2 raffles. Two more things, and I promise I'll stop talking. So I'm going to do a raffle like with Shakeology, a shaker, that kind of stuff. And I got this from Danielle Natoni, where I'm going to put in there, you get 20-minute one-on-one fitness evaluation type of thing. And another thing, because it's my township and it's a really big town. And with all the sports, I'm going to actually order tonight Daily Sunshine and some Energize and Hydrate packages. I already have beach bars, and I'm going to make a package for moms that are sports moms, like soccer moms. Like, wouldn't you rather, like, I've been there. My son played soccer, and I remember going to those food trucks, and spending a ton of money and they'd have like 2 or 3 games back to back during tournaments, and that would weigh them down. So that's going to be my speech. Like, would you rather this or feed your kids a healthier, and I'm going to raffle one off. So I'm going to have 2 raffles. So I'm really pumped, and I'm going to hit Success Club this month, the same. So that's all I have for now.
I love it. And I love, like you said, when even for me, you guys, sometimes I'm scared to invite people. I'm like, oh my God, I don't, and it's weird because I'll like look at my number of followers. I'm like, oh God, 21K followers. They don't want to hear about Beachbody. But I'm like, every time I'm like, oh my gosh, just do it. And I'm like floored at how many people like truly do care what I'm doing. And then I have people message me and say, thank you for always being consistent. You are the real deal. And I'm like, why am I scared? You need to remember that. Don't be scared to invite people, because majority of people want something like this. Maybe they haven't told you when they've been following you for a while, and you will find those people. So anytime that I say, screw it, just do it, just send it. I always am glad that I did. So,
I got a message. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I got a message today from somebody who I've been trying to get, and she ghosted me for a couple of days. And just today she comments, she says, oh my God, I'm so sorry I didn't get back to you. I've been dealing with a sick kid. So just because they ghost you, don't assume that they don't want it. And then another trick that I've been doing, because I've been going back to people that I reached out 2 years ago. And there were some, when I go back to the messages, they actually replied to me, but because I was such an idiot and I never followed up, now I am. I'm like, oh my goodness, they were interested, or they showed some interest, and I ghosted them. Yep. So what I've been doing with those people is I'll say, hey, how are you? I can't believe it's been so long. I can't believe I put something like, I can't believe I replied and I never hit send. I'm the queen of getting sidetracked. I apologize for not getting back to you. How are you? How's your leg? Whatever we left off at. So that's, if you're afraid of, oh my God, it's been 6 months, how am I going to just come out of nowhere? Just don't overthink it. Yes. Don't overthink it, because sometimes they're too afraid to reach out to you. So they're just waiting for you to reach out to them. So don't be scared.
100%. And you guys know how busy you are. So imagine everyone else, they're just as busy. So, if you have messages that go, unnoticed or get ghosted, like you ghosted somebody, they're doing the same thing. Okay. Because most people aren't on social media like we are, because we're building businesses. So if we can lose track of messages, other people can definitely lose track of messages and get busy with life. There was something else I was going to say. I can't remember now. Do you guys all know how to flag messages on Instagram? Where you put it's like a little orange triangle that if you go to your messages and on the top right, there's like a little symbol, you click that, you can either look at, it either says starred or flagged, inbox, and then unread. What I do is I flag every single conversation that has to do with Beachbody, whether that's coaching, a challenge group, Shakeology, Energize. If we mentioned anything Beachbody, I flag it. So when I'm like, oh my God, I need Success Club points, I need new coaches, I need new challengers for this challenge group I have coming up, I go to all of my flagged messages and I go back. Same thing like Anna said. I find people from like 6 months ago and I'm like, hey girl, I know we talked about this a long time ago, but I'm running this Memorial Day makeover group and it's not weird. Don't overthink it. Get back to those. If you talked about it with them before, they're not going to be like, oh my gosh, here she goes. You've already talked to them about it. So just 100%, do not overthink it. It's your business. This is your business, you guys. So many businesses are run on social media now. You're not a weirdo. You're not a creepy salesperson. Run your business. You know, you are a small business owner. Just do it. Anything else we want to add?
I do. Do we have rooms going for Summit?
I don't, you know what? I don't know. Ruben's still up in the air if he's going to Summit. I'm for sure going to Summit. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get a room, just me and Ruben. It might be the same week that him and Ty go on their, I got to double check, go on their fishing trip up north. But if he's not going, I still need a room. I know my friend Allie Prince needs a room. Are you going for sure, Brittany?
Yes. Yeah, I have my ticket. Yay! Yeah, I have my ticket.
And Carissa, you're going too for sure, right? Oh wait, hold on, let me unmute you.
There we go. No, I definitely am planning on it. I just have to go get my ticket and get little man squared away with someone to watch him. So
yes,
yeah, super excited.
Yes, I am excited too. So last year, for some reason, I felt like I was super rushed, but we didn't get shirts made. But we're definitely going to get shirts made. Yeah, I love our new symbols. So I definitely want like the skull on front and the flower crown. So that'll be exciting. So I feel like there's a lot more people going this year than last year. So it's going to be tons of fun.
Woohoo! I do have a question about Summit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lauren, when we were at a family the other weekend, she asked me what program I signed up for, and when I purchased my ticket, it didn't ask me what workout I wanted to do. I just paid for the ticket and that was it.
So she was asking,
Sorry, he's quick.
So she's asking what like track, or I haven't picked my track or anything yet, or workouts you signed up for?
Yeah, I think that's what she was talking about. Because she said like when you got your ticket, you could pick like what workout you wanted to do or whatever.
Yeah, I still need to look at mine. It's a little different this year. So years past, you can just pick your track, whatever it is. But this year they kind of did it weird where like based on your rank, you get like you sign up for a track, and I definitely don't want to do that. I want to make sure that I'm with all of you guys. I don't want to do that. Oh, I'm going to a different track because I'm this rank. You know, it doesn't make sense because I feel like Summit is where we're supposed to be all together. So I need to look into that. I'll actually do that tonight because I was like so focused on the Success Club trip, and now I need to switch gears and get into Summit mode. But I'll look into that and I'll figure that all out. We usually go to the same workouts. What did we do last year? We went to Autumn's last year. Whichever program I try and go to, whichever super trainer has a program coming out or is big, because then you can post pictures. I'm at their workout. I'm starting a group with this. But hey, Allie, you little angel. Hi. Last year we went to Autumn's and that was awesome. We were like dying in the back, but it was tons of fun. So we will figure that out. I will make a group page for Summit because like I said, there's a lot more people going this year, which is super exciting. And we'll figure out the tracks and the workouts and all that. So
perfect.
Well, I'm staying with my friend in Indy. She's like 15 minutes away, I think, from.
Oh yeah, I saw you said that.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna talk to her because Lauren was gonna go with me, but she can't go now. I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. She said her mom's leaving on Thursday because her wedding's the weekend before.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that Saturday. So she said her mom's leaving Thursday. I don't know what time does Summit start and registration
Registration's usually like 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, and then the opening ceremonies are at night, usually at like 6 or 7. So you can show up anytime really Thursday, and make sure you're registered before the opening ceremonies.
Okay. Well, we're only 2 hours away from Indy, so I'm gonna try to talk to her to see like when her mom's leaving to see if she's coming or not. But if she's not, I'll talk to my friend and I can probably have one person stay with me. I just want to kind of give her some money. We're gonna probably have to like hide it in her house because she's like protesting taking anything from me. But it'll be a nice surprise for her and her baby.
Yeah, that's nice. How nice to have somebody so close. That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you, ladies, for getting on. If you didn't catch the first part with the slides, I recorded this. I will put it on YouTube, and I will share the link in the team page. Thank you guys for getting on. It was so lovely to see your pretty faces. And we will be back next week for another team call.
Darby, can we take one quick picture from my stories?
Yes.
Or our stories?
Yes. Okay, say 1, 2, 3, so I know.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, I'll put it on the page. Have a great day, ladies.
Okay. Bye. Good night.
Good night.